Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sean Cecil, and today we're going to talk about wasting time versus wasting money. So, a lot of people have this belief, right, that, or not even a belief, but just the way to go about their lives is that they're very, very, very focused on money, right? Super focused on money. They're very scared of losing it. There's a lot of scarcity mentality. There's a lot of poverty mentality. There's a lot of, sense of lack that's conditioned in. A lot of people don't have that approach when it comes to time, right? A lot of people are willing to waste their time pretty easily. But here's the thing is you can always make more money. You can't make more time. So, one way to think about it, right, is, you can put some numbers on it, right? Let's say, somebody was going to pay you to do something. How much would they have to pay you to get an hour of your time, right? Most people will be pretty happy to give up an hour of their time for, $25, right? Or something like that, something really low. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you're working a job where you're making $50,000, or let's say you're working a job where you're making $80,000 a year and you're working 60 hours a week, then that's, let's say 3,000, that comes out to be about $25 an hour, right? That's what it comes out to be when you actually look at the time there. So conversely, how much would you pay somebody to save you an hour's worth of time? Right? Most people are very hesitant to make any investment that's going to save them time at all, right? They're very hesitant to hire somebody to do something for them unless they just don't know how to do it and they couldn't possibly do it, right? They'd sooner spend 10 hours designing, trying to do some graphic design logo thing that they could pay a graphic designer to do in like 5 minutes, but they don't want to spend any money, right? People like hoard their money like squirrels hoard nuts. And that's not very effective, right? And the reason is that if you look at it, let's look at some of the decisions that people make, right? People are unwilling to invest in, somebody who's going to save them time. Like you can get virtual assistants, you can get personal assistants who are willing to work for anywhere from, $10 to $25 an hour who can do a really good job. But there are a lot of entrepreneurs who, won't necessarily do that. There are a lot of times where, as I said, people they won't go hire a graphic designer, they won't go hire an editor, and they'll try to edit something themselves because they don't want to spend the money. Now, if you're trying to build a business, that's never going to work, right? And the reason it's never going to work is because you don't have people operating, like you can't edit something yourself and get it perfect. It can't be done because you wrote it. You have to have another set of eyes on it. Like you have to have two human beings look at it. But the other thing is you burn up all your time and you never actually grow your business. You never end up actually doing things that you need to do to move forwards. Or if you do, you end up, working way harder than you should. And this is something that I have definitely been guilty of in the past, right? Is that I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to work as much as I need to work. But that really screws with your head. It really gets you to burn out quickly and it really depresses your productivity. So it's something that you very much want to avoid. But on the longer term, and this is something that's not just for entrepreneurs, a lot of people, because they don't value their time, they'll spend years and years and years doing something that doesn't make them happy, but it gives them some modicum of money. It gives them some bit of money, even though they could be doing stuff, that pay significantly more, all this kind of stuff. People, they won't take the time to build that, right? They'd rather just get the money right now and then stop. Right, I've got the money right now. Okay, well, I don't want to go do anything else, and that approach causes people to waste many years of their life. And then you look back and you're like, why the fuck did I do that? At the end of the day, like people get that sense of time and money normally only towards the end of their life, right? When they're running out of time, because that's the thing is people's attention is drawn to what they don't feel they have enough of. And so if people feel like they've got time, because they're like, oh, I'm young enough, right? Like I've got time, right? They don't think about it rationally. They say, I don't have money because I don't have as much money as I want right now, but I've got time, right? And they don't look at the true value of the time. They don't look at the true value of the money, right? And then when people get towards the end of their life, especially, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, then they don't have a lot of time left. And they're like, oh man, I wish I had more time. But you can never get time back. You can always get money back, but you never get time back, which is why time is so much more valuable. And when you guys really internalize that, when you guys really realize just how valuable your time really is, then it's going to change the way you look at life. It's going to cause you to say, hey, rather than me waste 5 hours doing this, I'll pay someone else $25 or $50 to do it, like whatever. And then you can use that time to do something that's more valuable, whether that be having fun or making more money. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, I promise you're going to be able to make more money operating from your area of mastery rather than trying to do everything yourself. And again, that's a lesson I've learned the hard way, by far, right? The other thing, though, on a bigger scale, no matter what, whether you're an entrepreneur, freelancer, anything, when you realize how valuable time is, you're not going to be willing to spend a couple months trying to solve some problem that you should be working on now. You're not going to be willing to waste years doing something that you hate because, hey, listen, this will pay the bills. Right? You're going to find a way because you can't afford to waste that time. You've only got so much. And it changes the way you look at life. And one way that it changes it is you realize that, hey, listen, if I need to get help and learn from an expert so that I can actually make the changes that I need to do 5 years or 10 years faster than it would otherwise take me, then that's something you're going to be willing to do because you're going to say, hey, wait a second. This is time that I can never get back. This is so much more valuable than I realized. And this is why I believe in the personal development industry so much, right? By the way, I'm typing a link in here for you guys. This is why I believe in the personal development industry so much. It's totally changed my life because I could have spent 10 years trying to figure out marketing. I probably never would have even made it, period. Like my business would never have gotten off the ground, or I could go invest in somebody who would help me. And that saved me years of my life. And that's super, super, super valuable. And, no matter what it is, I mean, maybe even if you're looking for, if you're like struggling in your love life, right? You can spend 5 to 10 years figuring out yourself. You can hire an expert, right? And, if that's the case, if that happens to be something that you're wondering about, I'm not a dating coach. I know some great dating coaches. I know the best dating coach in the world, but, that's something where you can spend the money and then in exchange, get 5 to 10 years of happiness that you can never get back. Again, what's more valuable, time or money? Which one of them can you get back and which one of them can't you? So guys, here's the link that I was typing in there a second ago, www.oculusinstitute.com/scheduling. If you are looking to save time in your career, if you are looking to get out of your burnout job within 100 days as opposed to within years or whatever it is that or wait until retirement, God forbid. And that's something you're looking to do, then that's something that I can help with. That is something that I specialize in. So give me a call. We'll talk about it. We'll figure out where you are. We'll figure out where you want to go, and we'll look at what the best next steps are. Maybe that means working with me. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. The call's absolutely free. So, just come. The only thing I would say is come to the call ready to take action in your life, no matter what that is, right? Come to the call ready for a transformation. Don't come to the call thinking it's a therapy session. I don't do therapy sessions, right? We get clear on what the next steps are. And then I say, hey, listen, it's time to take those steps because you don't have any time to waste. At the end of the day, you never get that time back. So guys, looking forward to speaking to you soon and have a wonderful day.